Cult of the Lamb just dropped a lot of new stuffs, and by a lot, I really mean a lot. And I am freaking out because this has been the biggest free update we've ever had. So if you don't want to get lost on which of which was added, then here's the complete list of all the new major stuffs and Sins of the Flesh to get you up to speed. Let's go! Number 1. New stuffs on Crusades. First up, we're blessed with a new weapon called the Blunderbuss. We can find it randomly on Crusades like every other weapon. It's a short-ranged AoE gun that uses bullets that regenerates over time. It's quick, easy to use, and deals pretty decent damage. What I really liked about this though is how fast it was to use heavy attacks. And speaking of Crusades, there are grapes, hops, and cottons inside the dungeons too. These 3 are used for making booze at the drink house and for crafting clothes at the tailor building. We might also need to hoard some silks, as silk threads are now craftable at refineries. This is needed for building the mating tent and crafting clothes. Number 2. 17 new traits and 5 animal skins. We're graced with 5 free animal skins, which are the lemur, caterpillar, seal, snake, and the worm. It's also possible to indoctrinate our followers now if we ever want to change their name or skin and choose clothes and necklaces for them too for full customization. Along with this revamp are tons of new follower traits, so if you're playing on an old save, you will only get the new traits when you indoctrinate a new follower. Some of these traits increases or decreases our chance in mating and sin generation, while others are just pretty fun. There's a bit much of them, so I left a copy of all the new traits in the comments instead. Number 3. Inviting Sao Sao. Sao Sao can now be part of our following. All you gotta do is go to Spore Grotto, take Sao Sao's brain, plant it, and just wait for it to grow. Once it's ready, it will birth a tiny Sao Sao that will help around our base. Sao Sao also got some new quests for us to save their mushroom minions in Anura, but spoiler alert, each time we save them, he eats them. What a leader! Number 4. Sin Mechanic. The biggest new thing that this update brings is Sin. This unlocks a lot of new stuffs like Sin Doctrine, new rituals, temple customization, and many more. Think of Sin like currency. It's used for matching followers for mating, reducing cooldowns on purgatory, making fancy clothes, building structures, customizing the temple, and re-indoctrinating followers. We can earn Sin in many ways like rituals, drum minigames, getting followers drunk, or at the crusade after a mini-boss. New rituals that comes with this update are Rite of Lust, a nudist ritual that generates sin, but your followers will not work for half a day. Another one is Rite of Wrath, where followers cause havoc on the base and destroy stuffs. This also generates sin. There's also a Gluttony of Cannibals ritual where a follower we choose will be eaten by everyone. I don't really like this much. And lastly, we have Sinner's Pride, where a chosen follower absorbs the sin of all followers. And this is good to use if you don't like reserving drinks on the drink house, as drinks only progress the sin bar and not assure bearing sin. Harboring all these scattered bars will make it likely to actually get a sin. Do take note that absorbing too much sin on this ritual will permanently remove your chosen follower and they will show up on your crusades to kill you. Noise! You have to kill them 3 times to get a free extra sin. Number 5. Camp expansion and new buildings. The base was also slightly expanded to accommodate more buildings. These new buildings are Number 6. A drink house where we can craft booze that our followers can indulge in. One of the fastest ways to earn sin is to let our followers get wasted. But the problem is that they get a high chance of getting into a befuddled state, where they would argue and probably kill each other, vomit all over the place, laugh and sing, and even destroy your decorations. Just make sure to stop the fight when you see it if you don't want anyone dying. And you can easily repair your decorations by doing a short minigame like the ones for cooking. Number 7. We also have a mating tent and hatchery where our chosen followers can have sex and make eggs. It's actually a lot like animal breeding in other games where the baby stats could be chosen from the parent stats. There's also a compatibility to consider as we can't really force our followers to make babies. We can just, suggest it. The mating chance increases when you're on a Rite of Lust. Eggs also needs to be cared for, and once the baby hatches, we can give them some pats to level them up. If you didn't like the egg though because it's not perfect, then we can also get yolk by cracking the eggs if you decide not to hatch them. Yes! Yolk from the eggs, which are like our followers' babies. So it's like murder. Number 8. There is also a new drum circle where we can play a minigame to get one whole sin. This has a 1-day cooldown, so yep, that's one sin every day. Number 9. We can also craft clothes for our followers at the Tailor building. There's this new NPC inside the dungeon named Barrett who sells unique clothing recipes that we can craft on our Tailor building. Some materials require sin, and most of them need silk threads, so you might need to hoard a lot of spider silk in the dungeon to dress them all up. There are also DLC exclusive clothes from all the new and previous DLCs. Number 10. Discipleship and Shrines. Follower levels are capped at level 10 now, and once they hit that level, you can perform a Disciple Ritual which unlocks the Disciple Boost Shrine and Disciple Collection Shrine. The Boost Shrine is where the Disciples can pray to give you a buff for your next dungeon dive, and the Collection one allows the Disciple to collect and store devotion to a central building so that you don't have to go around collecting one by one. Number 11. Building upgrades. There are also bigger seed and fertilizer storage now, and we can upgrade our janitor station to level 2 for better automation. Number 12. Poop variation and cleaning. There's also a lot of different poop that has different effects too. There's a golden poop that drops gold when you clean it, and the drops that were fertilized with this drops gold bars. There's also this glow poop that just attracts fireflies. We also have a devotion poop that gives devotion when you clean it, and the crops that were fertilized with this also gives devotion when harvested. This big fang also drops multiple poop, and that is why it's called massive poop, and you have to clean this quickly before your followers get caught in them. And lastly, the rainbow poop gives a lot of chore XP when you clean it. This instantly grows a crop when you use it as a fertilizer. Our broom also evolves now just by cleaning a lot of poop and barf. And that pretty much sums up the major things that you gotta know about this big update. So which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, or come hang out on our Discord channel to hype up with us about this update. Also, super thanks to our channel members for your kind support as always. Love you lots! Don't forget to leave that like and subscribe from our Cult of the Lamb videos coming your way. Bye bye!